Hi everybody, I think that this is live. I'm just going to double check that it's live at my end over here. Welcome. Let's have a look at this. Is this working? If you can do liking and all that kind of thing, now would be the time. Yeah, that seems to be working. I can see it on my computer. Oh, and there's people watching now. Right, computer goes away. Welcome. I'm very happy and honoured to be part of the Tiny Changes, Tiny Gigs thing that's been going on all weekend. It's a wonderful charity. It's a wonderful organisation. A wonderful weekend of great, excellent, wonderful music. And I'm going to play a few songs. I've been doing a lot of live streaming, as I'm sure many of you know, so I've decided to do a set that is almost completely comprised of covers by Frightened Rabbit and by the late, great Scott Hutchison. It's worth saying a couple of things before I get started. I hope the sound and the vision's okay. It's been all right. We got new Wi-Fi. There are a couple of things worth saying. These are my versions of these songs. There is no part of me that would ever think that I would play them as well as Scott would have played them. They're his songs, and he would have played them better. Also, I've noticed it's really quite hard sometimes to play Frightened Rabbit songs without trying to sing in a Scottish accent, and the world does not need to hear me trying to sing in a Scottish accent. So I'm going to not do that as best as I can. But there's moments when it's really tempting sometimes to slip into the brogue. Anyway, this is a song called Modern Leper, and it goes like this. Cripple walks amongst you all, you tired human beings. He's got all the things a cripple has, not two working arms or legs. Vital parts fall from his system and dissolve in Scottish rain. Vitally, he doesn't miss them, he's too fucked up to care. Is that you in front of me, coming back for even more, exactly the same? Yeah, you must be a masochist to love a modern leper on his last leg, on his last leg. Well, I crippled your heart 100 times and still can't work out why. See, I got this disease I can't shake and I'm just rattling through life. This is how we do things now, and this is how the modern state's scared. So I cut out all the good stuff. I cut off my foot to spine my leg. Is that you in front of me, coming back for even more, exactly the same? And you must be a masochist. You love a modern leper on his last leg. I am ill, but I'm not dead, but I don't day. What a song. We'll come back to that guitar a little bit later on, but for now, standard tuning. Thank you everybody for tuning in for this. There are details of the text thing on the description for this video. You can send a text and donate money. There's the Tony Changes donation thing, and they raise money for great causes, for the great work that they do, I should say, in working with young people and mental health in Scotland. And I think everybody watching this is aware that that is a thing. I do have some lyrics in front of me. Let's be friends, let's be honest with each other. Some of these songs I've never played before today, so I've listened to them for many years, but this is my first time playing. So Scott and I were friends, and we became friends at a point when both of our careers were kind of taking off, and it was a cool friendship in the sense that there's not many people who do what I do for a living, and or at least exactly what I do for a living, and to have someone to bounce ideas and stories and insecurities and worries and doubts off was a hugely helpful thing for me, and maybe for him too. But when he was working on this record, he sent me an advance copy of it, and I called him back and told him to go fuck himself because it was so good it didn't leave any space for the rest of us. And this is one of my favourite songs from it. This song is called State Hospital. The halfback flip conception of State Hospital birth, the most threadbare told story the country has ever heard, brought home to breath smoke in the arms of a mother, the blunt kitchen knife, who just slaves in submissive position beneath the national weight and the slow arc of a fist. Her heart beats like a breeze block thrown down the stairs. Her blood is thicker than concrete, forced to be brave. She was born into a grave. And in the limp 3 years of board schooling, she's accustomed to hearing that she can never run far. A slip disc in the spine of community, a bloody curse word in pedestrian verse. Spirits in graveyards and fingers in car parks, she cries in the high street just to be heard. A screaming anchor for nothing in particular, at the foot of the fuck of it, dragging her heels in the dirt. Her heart beats like a breeze block thrown down the stairs. Her blood is thicker than concrete, forced to be brave. She was born into a grave. The cheek of youth flashed red, turned grey, and now she lies on the pavement. She is held to her feet. All thighs, hair in magpie handbags, Saturday's uniform for the fuck me parade. Brought home to keep warm in the arms of a plumber, ruddy and balding. Just needs a spine to dig into, the chest of the head, and a hand for the holding. Her heart beats like a breeze block thrown down the stairs. Her skin is thicker than concrete, forced to be brave. She was a broken elevator anthem, help its sweet voice. If blood is thicker than concrete, all is not lost, all is not lost. Oh, fucking love that song. And this is it's a funny old thing practicing these songs today, thinking about this set for the last little while. It's this is simultaneously one of the easiest and hardest shows to do, because it's easy because they're fucking great songs. And they're so much fun to sing, and they're so much fun to play, and they're so well put together. But it brings back memories for all of us, I know. You know, this is the best thing we can do. Not tuning your guitar, although that's a good idea. The best thing you can do is, you know, keep the songs alive, keep singing them together. And as I said at the beginning, I'm aware that I'm not going to play them as well as Scott did play them many times, but I'm doing my best. This is a song from the first Frightened Rabbit record, which I feel is underappreciated. A lot of people overlook that one. I think it's got some great tunes in it, but this is one of the first Frightened Rabbit songs I really fell in love with. This song's called The Greys. What's the blues when you got the Greys? I think I'm giving up, my body's giving in a building. I lie still, and then I turn back over again. In a building that has heating, and sweat dry on the stains. I'm sick of feeling sick, and I'm not throwing up, and you sit in my stomach, and you seem to be stuck, and it won't work its way through my guts. Just go away. I woke up this morning and thought maybe today the world might be a more colorful place, but there's no luck, it's still just grey. Come back here. What's the blues when you got the Greys? Much less productive than the hardship of pain in a building where I lie still just before I turn over again. In a building that has heating, sweat dry again. I'm sick of feeling sick and I'm not throwing up, and you sit in my stomach and you seem to be stuck. It won't work its way through my guts. Just go away. I woke up this morning and thought maybe today the world might be a more colorful place, but there's no luck, it's still just grey. What's the blues when you got the Greys? I don't have much of a story to say. I just sit around at night and avoid the day. If I feel anything at all, it means for me to get up and avoid conversation and human contact. If you can't touch the world, if you can't feel pain, you should come back here. Oh, there we go. It is so hard on the right arm playing that song. Good Lord, nice work. So there we go. Let's see about this. This is a song, when I was learning / practicing this song today, I realised how much of it I've borrowed over the years. I mean, I like to think that Scott and I pinged some ideas backwards and forwards, but the truth is, I was just being heavily influenced by him. Actually, this is a moment to tell the story about how I really first met Scott. I got into Frightened Rabbit's music thanks to a band called Polar Bear Club from the States, who I did a tour with, and they were like, well, you're from the UK, you know Frightened Rabbit. And I said, I don't. And they said, that's insane, they're the best band ever. So they played their records, there was only 2 of them at the time, when we were touring. And the following summer, which would have been summer 2009, I think it was, we were playing a lot of the same festivals, me and Frightened Rabbit. And, you know, quite often in festivals there's a big backstage area, and they have the port cabins, one for each band, and they put the name of the band in the start of the day in the morning. They put the name of the band on the port cabin, so that people know where to go. And I got into the habit that summer of like arriving, finding our dressing room, dumping my stuff, and then going and finding Frightened Rabbit's dressing room, and just kind of hanging around because I wanted to be friends with my new band, my new favourite band. And it definitely got to the point where they were like, fucking hell, the English guy's here again. But I sort of essentially wouldn't fuck off. I don't know about the rest of the guys, they seemed a little bit cagey about it, but Scott was the loveliest guy, so we made friends, and it went from there. So apologies to the rest of the guys in the band for being the fucking English guy hanging around. Anyway, this is a wonderful, wonderful song called Holy, and it goes like this. No, it doesn't. It goes like this. Dip my head in the river, cleanse my soul. Oh, I still have the stomach of a sinner, face like an unholy ghost. Will he save me? All the soliloquies, paid my fines. I'll be gone before my deliverance. Priest, what you write? 'Cause I don't mind being lonely, so leave me alone. You're acting all I'm just full of holes, full of holes. And I might be lonely, so spare me the brimstone, acting all holy, and you know I'm full of holes. Don't mind me lonely, don't need to be told. Stop acting so holy, I know I'm full of holes, full of holes. Don't mind being lonely, won't you leave me alone? Oh, you are so holy, I'll never be good enough. I don't care if I'm lonely, 'cause it feels like home. I'll never be holy, thank God I'm full of holes, full of holes. And there it is. All right, there we go. So we're moving through. We've got a few more songs. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope everybody's been watching the other parts of the Tiny Gigs thing today. I've been tuning in when I can. It's been absolutely wonderful to see all these great people come together for such a great charity, and of course for our friend as well. This is the one that I've found hardest practicing today. Again, we're among friends, I'm going to be honest with you. But I've been fucking this one up quite a lot today while I play. So I'm going to give it a go. But if it's not perfect, then you have to blame me. But I did my best. This is a song. Obviously, there's parts of this song. I did have some thoughts about playing this song because of events and history and all the rest of it, but I feel like it's a great song, and I feel like it's part of Scott's art, so I hope nobody takes exception to me playing this particular song. But this song is called Swim Until You Can't See Land, and it goes like this. A salute at the threshold of the North Sea in my mind, and a nod to the boredom that drove me here to face the tide. Out to swim and I swim, and I swim. Dip a toe in the ocean, oh how it hardens and it numbs. The rest of me is a version of man built to collapse and to crumb. And if I hadn't come now to the coast to disappear, I might have died in a landslide of rocks, hopes and fears. So swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? To my knees now, do I wait or do I dive? See my life before though it's my first and perhaps last time. Let's call me a Baptist call, it's drowning of the past. She is there on the shoreline, throwing stones at my back. So swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Now the water is taller than me, and the land is a marker line. All I have is a body adrift in the water, salt and sky. So swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land, swim until you can't see land. Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? Are you a man, are you a bag of sand? There it is, folks. I hope that was okay with people playing that one. I know it's a difficult one. I've got two more songs that I'm going to play for you guys tonight, and then I shall leave you to your Sunday peace. But thank you again for tuning in, and thank you so much to Sandra and everybody at Tiny Changes for having me today. It's been a really cool thing to do, and I'm really glad that everyone was okay with me doing this set as well. This is a song that I love very profoundly. And I wrote a song called Glory Hallelujah not long after I heard this song for the first time, and you can join the dots, my friends. But this is a song which I'm going to get the title right because I always get it wrong. Head Rolls Off. There we go, the S is in the right place with that one. I remember playing this at Barrowlands earlier this year. Remember gigs? Remember real gigs? God damn. I'm very pleased that we got a Barrowland show in before the pandemic kicked in, because it's one of the best venues in the world, and that is a true fact, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so let's give this one a try, and then there's one more after this, so... Jesus is just a Spanish boy's name. How come one man got so much fame? carries on, and it's not moving at all. Just nature's had enough of you. So when my blood stops, someone else's will not. When my head rolls off, someone else's will turn. And while I'm alive, I'll make tiny changes to earth. Before anybody asks, yes, Little Changes is a direct and knowing reference to this song, which is the superior tune in my opinion. So you can burn me, 'cause we'll all be the same way. Dirt in someone's eyes, cry down the drain. I believe in a house in the clouds, and God's got his dead friends around. He's painted all the walls red to remind them they're all dead. You see, when it's all gone, something carries on, and it's not moving at all. Just nature's had enough of you. So when my blood stops, someone else's will not. When my head rolls off, someone else's will turn. You can mark my words, I'll make changes to earth. While I'm alive, gonna make tiny changes to earth. Tiny changes to earth. Tiny changes to earth. Tiny changes to earth. Whew, there it is, folks. So listen, I really now am sitting here wishing that I'd learned more Frightened Rabbit songs today. Sorry, I'm just double checking the time. All right, yeah, we're good. I've got one more song for you, and there is a story behind this song, and I wish to play it for you guys because it is a song that I wrote. It is a new song that I wrote that I don't think I've ever actually played live anyway, but it's very pertinent to this situation, and I will explain why now. So I was honoured to have Scott play at the first Lost Evenings Festival in 2017 in Camden, and his set was one of the highlights of the whole weekend for me. It was a beautiful thing. And then the news of Scott's passing came through on the first day of Lost Evenings 2, which is that aside is a very stressful time in life. It was also pretty much the day that Be More Kind as an album was released. So I was already at kind of peak stress, and then that news came through, and I don't want to make it all about me. That's not the point. But that was a rough time. I had a little bit of time off after Lost Evenings 2, and then I went on tour again. And the night before I go away on tour. Remember touring? The night before I go away on tour, I quite often tend to not sleep too well. You know, when you've got an alarm and you're not sleeping too well because you've got an alarm coming on. So I was kind of half awake, half asleep, and I just sort of had a very lucid dream about my friend who had recently left us, and it sort of turned into a song. I have sent a copy of the song to Grant in the past, and got his blessing for it, or at least I think I did. I did. He said that it was cool for me to do the song, which is important because this is quite a heavy song, ladies and gentlemen, and this will be on the next record that I do, whenever that is, soon, because I've written a gazillion songs. But this I think is my favourite of the new songs I've written. This song, I guess the song's called Song for Scott or something like that. I don't really know. It doesn't really have a title. Whatever. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you don't mind me playing this song, and I hope you enjoy it. So, I spoke with Scott last night. I was tired, but I wasn't sleeping. Despite what you think, I wasn't drinking. I was just finally ready to listen, and he was there alright. And though he'd probably kill me just for saying this, given how the both of us are atheists, but there it is. There must have been a moment just before you hit the water when you were filled with a sense of peace and understanding, with a wind in your hair and a light in your eyes as you realized you were finally escaping. But somehow in that moment you miraculously miss it, like a wave across a bay, never breaking. And that's how I like to think of you, never falling, never landing, floating slowly out to sea and always smiling. You were always smiling. God damn, I miss you, man. It was just weeks before you left that we were speaking, and I just wish that you had said that you were leaving before you'd worked your final mile. I'm not pissed off at you, man. It's just nothing beautiful to survive. You were one of us and you'd worked out how you could survive, at least for a while. Must have been a moment just before you hit the water when you were filled with a sense of peace and understanding, with the wind in your hair and a light in your eyes as you realized you were finally escaping. But somehow in that moment you miraculously miss it, like a wave across a bay, never breaking. That's how I like to think of you, ever falling, never landing, rolling slowly out to sea and always smiling. You're always smiling. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. Out to the sea, ever falling, never landing. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. Out to the sea, ever falling, never landing. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. You were a wave across a bay, never breaking. Out to the sea. And you were always smiling. There it is, folks. Yeah, I hope nobody minds me playing that song. Thank you all so much for tuning in for today. It's been an honor to be part of this, and yeah, if you have money to donate, please do donate. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. Good night.